Hey there. Today I'm going to share some of my recent pickups. It's kind of a random assortment. A few of these I've had for a little bit, and a few I got this weekend with the Comic Kid. So, no real rhyme or reason to these, just books that I thought were pretty interesting. Some based on the title, some based on the covers. So, first one, if you guys can see, Humpty Dumpty's magazine from December of 1982. A Christmas theme here. I'm a sucker for Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year, not just because of the religious implications, but also I just love being around family and all the amazing food and watching Comic Kid go crazy over his ridiculous toy hauls that he gets every Christmas. So this one inspired me, so I bought it. And a lot of the prices that are listed on these are not what I paid. I like to bundle when I buy things, so just kind of ignore the prices. Again, I just think it looks pretty cool, so don't know if I'll start collecting Humpty Dumpty books, but it's pretty neat. Now this is just a really cool cover. I'm not a huge collector of horror comic books. That genre is, it's fine. It's just, let me just try and zoom out a little bit here. It's just not something that I, as a rule, pick up. But this Chamber of Chills number 19, I just really like the cover. The four-armed men. That's pretty cool. So, and it's in pretty good condition, actually. Minus this crease here, it presents pretty well. So, again, don't know if I'll start picking those up more often. I think that might be one of the only Chamber of Chills copies that I have, but I really like it. The Inspector and the Pink Panther. I think everyone who's over the age of 30 probably remembers watching the Pink Panther comic TV show on TV. I loved the Pink Panther growing up. I thought it was a clever character, and so I bought this. And I love dogs, so, the fact that there's a dog on the cover. Now, there's a story here with the Richie Rich. I half-heartedly tease the Comic Kid because, he's spoiled. I try not to drive that home too much, but he's spoiled rotten. Great kid, love him to death, but he's spoiled. If we ever did a Christmas video, the presents under the tree go out. The tree's maybe 14 feet, something like that, and it's very big diameter, and the presents go under it and go out in all directions about 4 feet. And a lot of those are everybody's, but he gets quite a few toys, and so I joke with him that he's Richie Rich, right? And yes, I am part of the reason he is spoiled. I'm aware of that. And I think probably with a lot of comic book collectors, or people that collect anything or acquire things, a lot of people just didn't have when they were kids, and I didn't have. We didn't have a lot of extras when I was a kid. So now that I'm an adult, I probably overindulge the Comic Kid and myself. My comic book collecting got a little bit out of control for a while. I've pulled that in. I've mentioned I'm selling off a lot of my books. I'll probably have, when I'm all said and done, 1 or 2 long boxes of just titles that I enjoy. Most won't be worth much of anything, but just things that I enjoy. So, hence the Richie Rich. I bought probably, in the past couple of years, maybe 10 or 15 Richie Riches, and Comic Kid has a bunch of them. This is a pretty cool looking cover. Star Spangled War Stories 102 from May of 1952. I have to, if I see a 10 or 12 cent cover, I almost indefinitely have to pick it up. And so you've got the the purple dinosaur with some strange looking soldiers. Yeah, I don't know if this one over here is supposed to be a robot soldier. Not really sure. Yeah, he says, okay, how can I make my robot buddy help me if I can't speak to him underwater? So maybe if I read before I spoke, I would notice it was a robot. But, you know, not in great shape, but still fun to have. Showcase number 36 with Adam on the cover. I'm not a huge Adam fan, but it's a pretty neat cover. And it's, if I were to look at condition, it's okay. It's probably mid-grade. I mean, there's a lot of spine wear, but I didn't pick it up for the condition. I just picked it up because it's a cool cover. And let's see. What is this? Hulk 247. Again, it was marked $1. I got it as part of a bundle. I'm a sucker for Incredible Hulk. I'll do a 2019 wish list of books that I'd like to get. But you'll see on that list Incredible Hulk #1, which it's a big stretch. If I get that, it would have to be for incredibly cheap, and that's probably not going to happen. But I'd like a Hulk 180, 181. The prices are a little insane because there's so many of them, but I know of one guy who has like 27 or 28 copies, and he just hoards them because he likes them. He didn't have much as a kid, and I guess there's speculation involved too. So don't know if I'll be getting one of those, but really like Hulk 181. I mean, the first cover with Wolverine, and then also Giant Size X-Men #1. This is a book that the condition is poor. Let's see if you can see what's going on here. Down here, it's pulled back, a lot of creasing in the bottom corner. Just not a very good copy, but it's a pretty interesting book. You know, number 151, you've got Thor, Captain America, Iron Man on the cover, and there's a bunch of folks in the foreground. It'll be one that I read, so rather enjoy it. This one was also marked $1. You can see people have written on it. It's in pretty poor condition. There's tape. I think it's on the book itself. Maybe someone tried to tape a piece there. But it's a pretty cool subject matter. You know, Batman's the warden and Superman's the convict. I just think that's pretty neat. So there's pages missing, but I think for the price, you know, as part of a bundle, it was listed as $1. I'll keep it. And these next two, these are the first times I've ever actually seen in the wild. They're probably pretty common, but I haven't seen any before. Mystery in Space. And so I picked up Mystery in Space number 76. I'm not huge into the space genre, but it's a cool looking cover. And it's a 12 center, so I bought it. It's not in horrible condition. I mean, there's a lot of tick marks on the spine, but it presents fine from the front. And then this one actually presents really well. This is Mystery in Space 91. Let me get here. Really vibrant colors. You know, if you look at the spine, if you can zoom in, spine isn't perfect by any means. If you can see right there. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, there's a lot of tick marks in the spine, but I mean, overall she presents really nicely. I'm glad to have it. Not a very valuable book, but I think it looks nice. So let me know if you guys collect much of the space genre. If you have any mystery in space, I'd like to learn more about it. I again purely bought these because I thought they looked pretty neat and the prices were right. So anyway, thanks guys.